We've made a lot of videos about the Southwest United States, so you might think we were from there, but in reality, we're actually from New York. No, not that New York, this New York. So today we're gonna be exploring our home state and some of the places that we absolutely love to travel in New York. If you're new here, I'm Savannah, this is Drew, and together with our two dogs, Pablo and Mateo, we live in our 1987 Unimog 1300L ex-German military ambulance. Whenever we say that we are from New York, everyone always thinks we're from New York City, but we're from New York State, which is very, very different than New York City. And to be honest, there is so much to explore in New York State that we have never showed on our channel.
Over the last few years, we've been super busy in the summer and haven't had a lot of time to go out and explore places that we have been to a long time ago. But we've been taking a little bit of a break from building and working on the Unimog so we could actually explore some of these beautiful places. This time of year in New York is awesome. It's really green here. The temperatures are pretty good. It's not too hot. And there's water everywhere. We have the Great Lakes. We also have the Finger Lakes and all these little gorges and rivers. It's really nice in the summer, so I always like being here this time of year.
Today we're at Walkin's Glen State Park, and this is a gorgeous canyon. Just kidding, they call it a gorge. On the East Coast, it's a gorge. You can hike down into the gorge. There's a ton of different waterfalls that you pass by. So that's where we are this morning, and we're gonna be doing the gorge hike and taking you guys with us. This is so beautiful back here.
Really nice to get here in the morning during the week because the weekends are absolutely mobbed, but there's almost nobody here right now.
There's a few people, but compared to how it usually is in the summer, I mean, it's deserted. Like, sometimes these trails can be just mobbed with people. You can barely even get down to the gorge, so it looks like it's absolutely perfect right now. It kind of feels like you're in a rainforest out here. It's just beautiful. There are so many waterfalls in this park. You can just walk up and down the gorge trail and it's endless waterfalls. It's like a fairy tale in here. Like, I expect to see fairies. It's like a tropical kind of environment. It's so green, all the ferns. I bet most people don't know that New York State has canyons.
A lot of gorges here. Not quite like out west, but it's really green, so it's nice.
But cool in its own way. How did you like it?
It was great.
Was great. Cool.
No, it was a good time. It's always a good time.
How did you like it? All right, we're back at the Mog. The Gorge Trail isn't the longest hike, but we were stopping a lot to see all of those waterfalls. It's always really cool when there's water involved in one of those hikes. I wish that we could swim here, but unfortunately there's no swimming at Walkin's Glen. So for the rest of the day, our mission is to find wild camping. Easier said than done on the East Coast in general, but especially in New York State. If you get farther east into like Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, there's a lot more. But here in this area, it can be a little bit difficult, but we're on a mission. We are gonna find a free public lands wild camp spot. And tomorrow, the goal is to find a gorge that we can swim in.
We've marked a few options of camp spots on the map, so today we're actually going to drive there and check them out, see what it looks like. Hopefully we can find something that's nice and clear in the woods. I don't think it's going to be rugged roads, but...
I mean, if we can just get on dirt today, I will be happy. Some of these state forests are dirt roads, but on Onyx, they didn't look particularly challenging, not to Unimog level. So we really have no idea what we're going to find. We're just going to get out there and see what happens. But first, coffee.
Yeah, I'm sleepy. I need a coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, Mateo needs one too. He's grunting.
Those grunts.
Where's my coffee?
Do you need coffee too,
buddy? He was just
buddy?
snoring a second ago.
I know.
Oh, he looked away.
Wow.
He's tired.
There's a little local coffee shop in town, so we're gonna grab a coffee on the way out and then head over to this state forest.
Let's check it out. Let's get some coffee. I'm sleepy. I need something to wake me up. Let's go. No, not you, Papa.
The 20-ounce cold brew latte with oat milk. It's really good.
I really need this coffee. I can even strong.
Oh, needed this. It was really cute in there.
Yeah, it's nice. All right, fueling up. Really nice thing in New York is we have all these native reservations throughout the state, and the diesel is over $1 less than in town. So I think it was $3.30 versus $4.40 I saw. It's even more dramatic on diesel than gas, I think. I feel like you save a lot. So thumbs up to that. How much are you driving?
Another hour and a half.
It's so hard to see it. It's like right there. The big one too. It's a big truck one. Fast. And we're back. Topped her off. Pretty good price.
Just stopped for diesel to fill up the Mog. How much did it cost?
127, I think.
127?
Something like that.
It's not too bad. There are these reservations all over New York State, just like there are in a lot of parts of the country. And the diesel, specifically the diesel, is a lot cheaper. So we always try to hit them whenever we go through one.
The diesel here is cheaper than gas is in town.
Yes.
So, thumbs up to that.
Yeah.
What did we see? We saw $4.54, I think, at the truck stop today for diesel.
Yeah.
And it was $3.35 here. That's a lot.
That's significant when you're filling up a Unimog. This terrain will always feel familiar in a way no other place will. Although we love the desert, there's something undeniably beautiful about the rolling hills of this part of New York. Lush, green summer forests, broken up by big open fields of hay and corn, is the terrain we remember from our childhoods. As teenagers, we couldn't wait to explore what else the world had to offer. As adults, we've come back to our home state every summer to an ever-growing appreciation of its understated beauty. The slow pace of rural America is what we loathed as teens, picturing fast-paced cities and bigger horizons. But it is now this stillness that brings us back year after year. It's funny how that works. We now know we're lucky to have grown up in a place like this. Nestled in between the Great Lakes with mountains to the east, plains to the west, Canada to the north, we had a gateway to endless natural beauty here. It feels a bit surreal to be traveling through such familiar terrain with a rig we built to tackle the West. Its purpose is to eventually carry us down the Pan Am, from Alaska to Argentina. But now, we were nestling it into a clearing in a state forest we saw marked on the map, hoping to call this little spot home for the night. Well, we found it.
Works.
This is state forest camping. It's free. It's your public lands. This is a beautiful area. There's a pond right next to us. We're kind of in this open meadow. I mean, you can't ask for more than that.
It's nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Pretty nice. You like it?
I love it.
All right. Time for us to set up the camp. Gonna get the stairs out, get the back situated, and yeah, just relax. Go.
So a couple things about this camp spot. Number one, we are in bear country. We have tiny little dogs, so this is not going to be their most free space here. We're definitely going to have to watch them, make sure we clean up all of our food, everything outside before we go to bed. Number two, we've had a ton of rain in this area recently. So while a couple weeks ago we may have been able to just pick up some dropped wood, everything is absolutely soaked. So we had to stop and buy some firewood on our way out if we wanted to have a fire, because everything is just drenched out here. You can see that the campsite is pretty muddy as well. Luckily, it's not a problem for the Unimog, but it would have been a problem for lighting a fire. The third thing, I'm hoping the bugs aren't too bad. Ticks and mosquitoes and all those sorts of things are really bad in New York in the summer. So I'm really hoping that the mosquitoes aren't just treacherous out here and we actually can sit outside and have a fire. So far they seem to be okay. I haven't been bit yet, but we will see.
It would be nice to use that.
It would be nice to just have it contained, you know.
It might be on top of the water tank. Got a nice little swamp meadow over here. Well, it's not grotto.
A grotto.
It's not a grotto. That was like a cave inside of rocks with water or something.
Probably time for some dinner, huh?
Yeah, I got DoorDash coming. Give them the coordinates.
Not out here, you don't.
They said it was gonna be a 3-hour delivery time.
What did you do? Did you shred this receipt? Mateo. Was that you? Why did you do that? Is it because we didn't get you out of the truck immediately? Look at that face. All right, let me make you dinner. Tonight for dinner, I'm going to do pesto pasta. Because it's summertime and the basil has been really, really flavorful. So I have this basil plant. I think it has enough leaves on the top to do a full pesto recipe. Have some cherry tomatoes, have some rigatoni. We're gonna boil it in the Instant Pot. It's gonna be really, really good. This is the bone you wanted. I blocked the dog toy bin with some soda waters. How dare I? Couldn't get to his bone.
Here he is, after dinner bone. Oh my gosh.
They just had their dinner, so now we have to have ours. I love basil. Pesto is my favorite summer recipe, and we've been having it all summer long. Like in the spring, we were obsessed with peanut sauces. You saw that all throughout our Arizona Overland series, and that has now morphed into pesto because it's summertime.
More pesto's fresh dough.
Pesto morphing. We've gone through a lot of basil in this mug. Well, those are the dog pasta in there. let me show you the plating of our dinner. It looks good anyway. I think it'll taste good.
Looks incredible.
Thanks, Drew.
Cheers. Very good.
Thanks for making the pie.
Yeah, it's working all right.
We struggled to find a place to properly use the Unimog in New York. We certainly couldn't find something like what's available to us out west. But trips like this remind us that the Unimog is not just an ultra-capable vehicle. That's not its only purpose. It's also our home. And the point of life, for us anyway, is to enjoy it. The Unimog is our getaway vehicle to wherever we want to go. And we can be sure it will take us there, no matter the obstacles. That kind of trust is precious. Now, sitting around the campfire at this beautiful wild camp spot, the sun was sinking low, and we seemed to be enveloped by the forest. Beginning the day, we didn't even know if we could find something like this in New York. And now, here we are, finally finding some wild camping to bridge our two worlds of East and West together.